Welcome to the San Diego Sports Hub, our new YouTube channel covering any and all San Diego sports. You ask for it, we will deliver. Let's get into it. Hey, before we get started on the content for this episode, I wanted to share with you that we released two YouTube shorts over the last few days celebrating the top 10 NFL players from San Diego high schools. It was a lot of fun putting that together, and I think you'll enjoy it. So jump on the channel, the San Diego Sports Hub, and check it out. Let me know what you think, and we'll revisit this another day. Maybe we'll talk about a bunch of other great players from the San Diego area. And man, the running backs alone from the San Diego area, schools like Lincoln and Oceanside and Helix, and some really good players from Point Loma as well. That was a lot of fun. Really remarkable how the number of quality players that have come out of the San Diego area. So check that out when you have a moment. And the first thing we want to do this episode, though, is talk about the Padres. And I was a little bit disappointed with the way the season started. No surprise. I think a lot of us were. That 8-2 loss to the Tigers, down 4-0 after half an inning and 6-0 after 3 innings. And they come back with a loss 5-2 on Friday. Tigers had a 4-run 8th inning, 3 walks, an infield single, and then two out singles. That'll get you every time. But they bounced back on Saturday with a 3-0 win. Randy Vasquez with a 6-inning 2-hit ball. And but you know what the highlight of that game was for me? Maybe it's not the highlight. Maybe it's not all that significant. But Mason Miller's music, walk-on music, was, man, if that doesn't get you pumped. Corn from Bakersfield. Not my favorite genre, but man, for a closer taking the field, Padres did such a great job with that. Man, it was electric. So that was a lot of fun. So right now, teams aren't playing. The Dodgers and Padres are both off Sunday, which is, man, that never used to happen. But that's the new scheduling fluke that they have going on this year. A lot of it used to be. The only games that you would miss would be Monday and Thursday. Not every Monday and Thursday, but occasionally you'd miss a Monday or a Thursday. Now all bets are off. Those aren't just strictly travel days. There's all kinds of strange things going on with Major League Baseball scheduling these days. By the way, the Padres will be off to Boston after a 3-game set with the Giants. So they get the Giants for 3 and then off to Boston. And they're 1-2 Dodgers, those dreaded Dodgers, 3-0 out of the gate, swept the Diamondbacks in Los Angeles. So let's do a San Diego minute here, get caught up on all the other teams. Let's start with the goals. The goals, where are they? 29-21, just 10 games left on their schedule. Right now, they are the 7th of 7 teams that will qualify for the playoffs in the Pacific Division, so hopefully they can hang on there. They have a 2-game homestand coming up Wednesday, April 1st, and Friday, April 3rd against Tucson and Bakersfield, respectively. FC Wave opened with a loss, now 3 straight wins, including 2-0 over Chicago Saturday night. Leah Godfrey and Melanie Garcenis with second half goals in that one. So they are in second place in their division behind Angel City, 3-0 Angel City. Their next home game is Sunday, May 3rd against the Bay Football Club. That is, by the way, kids' night. So a lot of fun stuff going on there. So bring your kid to a Wave game. How about that? On the men's side, San Diego Football Club 3-0-2. That's 3 wins and 2 ties. They present that oddly. I'm sorry. I know soccer leagues do this with they go wins, ties, losses, and that always throws me off. But they have 3 wins and 2 ties. Their next home game is April 11th against Salt Lake City. And meanwhile, the Seals, our local lacrosse team, are 6-8, and they have a game at Toronto April 8th, and then at Georgia April 12th. Their next home game is Las Vegas on Friday, April 17th. And that is a lot of fun. So check that out for sure. I did a little thing. I talked the opening episode 1 of this YouTube channel. I talked about Chris Johnson, the San Diego State cornerback, who is probably going to get drafted. My guess is early in the second round of the NFL draft. San Diego State cornerback. He is highly regarded. And I was looking at some of these other cornerbacks in the draft and researching our other YouTube channel. And Keionte Scott is a guy that had a really good pro day there with the Hurricanes of Miami. So he ran like a 4.33. So he has elevated himself into possibly the first round. Him and Chris Johnson are probably going to be the, I'm guessing, was it the 4th, 5th cornerbacks off the board? But I didn't realize Keionte Scott is from Helix High. So another local player making good. So Chris Johnson, San Diego State, Keionte Scott, Helix High. Look for both of them to go early in the NFL draft. If not late first, then early on day 2 in the second round for sure. One of them, I suspect, is going to go in the first round. Your guess is as good as mine which one that might be. That'd be cool if both of them did. But so I like to talk high school sports at least once an episode. And we talked about the high school baseball rankings. League play is just about to get started. Some leagues have begun league play. Most have not, if I'm not mistaken. And I apologize. I'm just getting spun up on high school sports in the area. But on the softball side, Mater Dei Catholic is the front runner. These are the Max Preps rankings I pulled. And their Metro Mesa League rival, Bonita Vista, is 4th ranked. And then in between those, you have Carlsbad, Escondido Charter. Coming up at 5th was Rancho Bernardo. And then 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th are Point Loma. And then Del Norte, San Pascual, Helix, and Otay Ranch. Otay Ranch in the Metro Mesa too. So it's apparently going to be a really, really tough league this year. And we'll get into more detail in high school sports, especially baseball and softball, as the spring progresses. And most of the really important league games will be late April, early May. So we'll try to keep tabs on that as best we can. And if there's something, if you're a high schooler baseball parent or coach or fan, and you have the scoop on any of these topics, hey, shoot me an email, San Diego Sports Hub at gmail.com. We'll have you on and we'll discuss it. You can probably have a better insight than I do at this point. Educate our fan base here, our viewers, what's going on in high school sports, baseball and softball wise, and any other high school sport for that matter. And it is that time again. We like to talk about one golf course an episode. Not always, but 2 for 2 so far. Actually, last week we did in our first episode, we didn't talk about a course. We talked about the NCAA championships coming to La Costa. So this is what I'm calling my golf course spotlight series. And I have to tell you, Galena Park is an amazing place. And like east side of City Heights over there. And this is not a course where you and your 4, college buddies are going to, go spend 4 hours playing golf, or, scratch golfer is going to get out for the afternoon and play some fun golf. No, this is an entirely different course. It's 18 holes, 18-hole par 3. They also have disc golf on weekdays, 1,250 yards. So the holes are 54 to 109 yards, but this course is really slick. It's actually a lot of fun if you just want to go out. If you have a youngster that's just starting to get into golf, this is the place, man, because it's really well maintained. It's beautiful. The staff is awesome. They have a really good youth program there, instruction-wise. and it's just a fun, neat place. I was really amazed when I was there. And if you need to work on your short game, get out there in the morning, with a gap wedge and a pitching wedge, maybe a 9 iron if you're someone like me. And it's a great place. It's a really cool place. And like I say, we'll talk about the big boy courses another day, but I just wanted to mention this one because, I think we're going to hopefully get a lot of parents with kids in that, 8 to 14 range, maybe want to try out playing some golf. And I've played golf on executive courses with grandparents and kids, and it's a lot of fun, but it can be little much for some kids, 300-yard holes. But this place is perfect, well maintained, actually very beautiful. Staff is great. Highly recommend it. Colina Park. Check it out. So, what else do we have to talk about here? Well, we always close out with, you got it. This is our dining series that I like to talk about. I just thought it would be fun. San Diego Sports Hub, what are we doing talking about food? Well, we all like to eat before and after games. And there's so many great restaurants in the San Diego area. I just thought I'd mix in some of my favorite restaurants. Episode 1, I talked about the high end of the spectrum, you could say, Starlight over there on India Street. This episode, I wanted to talk about shawarma guys, and I believe they have 3 stores or restaurants. The one I have been to and ordered out several times is the one in Mira Mesa. I'm sure they're all comparable though. And man, their food is so good. The Wagyu shawarma guys. And we popped in there once. Actually, the only time I've actually been to the restaurant, we were in the area. I said, like, we got to hit the shawarma guys. It was only like, I don't think it was even 4 o'clock yet on a Saturday, I think. And it was pretty packed. It was very busy, and for good reason, because the food is delicious and they take it seriously, and they deliver. And I say it was crowded. It was fine though. We got our food pretty quickly, found a table, and enjoyed some of the best shawarma you will ever have. The shawarma guys in Mira Mesa, highly recommend it. So we talked about Starlight, we talked about shawarma guys, kind of 2 different ends of the spectrum. Both have something really cool to offer though. And if there's a restaurant you would like us to talk about, maybe we'll talk about ones that are good to take the kids to, and maybe watch a game that would kind of fit in better. Actually, you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do next episode. So that is episode 2. Please subscribe. We want this channel to grow, but it's only going to grow if you start subscribing, commenting on these videos, sharing, and telling us what you want to hear, what you want to see, what you want us to cover, and maybe you can contribute in one fashion or another. Jump on an interview with me, or we'll figure it out. We are here to please, covering all sports and any sports in the San Diego area. That's a San Diego Sports Hub out here. See you next time.